Good evening. A quick little meditation. It's only 15 minutes. Pay attention to what comes up, and then at the end I'd love to hear your feedback. And what are your health and fitness goals? Because I'm telling you, it's all about lifestyle. It's the mind body soul connection. It's not just one thing. It's not about just the food. It's not just about the exercise. It's not just about the job that you have. It's about how you're carrying yourself throughout your life. Because we're here for a reason, and it's not to be all serious. We get so caught up in the things need to be a certain way that we lose sight of the journey being, right here, right now, and just being a part and being present right here, right now. We're not in the future. We're not in the past. We're right here, right now in this. I'm going to give you a couple little things. We're going to tune in with the Adi mantra, which is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And what we're going to do is called a Shabd Kriya, and it's best done before you go to bed at night because you'll sleep deeper, you'll be more relaxed, your breath actually will synchronize with it after you've been doing it for a certain period of time. So, in Kundalini Yoga, it's like if you do 40 days of a meditation or a practice, depending on how long you do it for, it can change your entire system, your neurological system, your mental clarity, your intuition. It can change patterns and behaviors. It'll make things come to you versus you always having to go out and bring, do. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. Come on, bring it back to the reality of the moment, right? Stop thinking you need to go chasing after things. We are only able to do what we can in the moment. And so when we get caught up in the future, the past, that takes us out of the moment. And that's where we lose our momentum, where we lose that moment-to-moment momentum. Today, one of the things that I was reviewing as well as yesterday is mind. The mind has 3 faculties it goes through. And to make a truly informed decision, it should only take you 9 seconds. When it drops in and you're faced with having to make a decision or do something, boom, 9 seconds. Anything longer means that you're too much caught up in the head and you're stuck in one of those minds. So we start out with the negative mind. Then we have the positive mind, and then we have the neutral mind. It's only supposed to spend 3 seconds in each of these minds. So in the negative mind, of course, it's going to weigh the options. Is this a threat? How should I handle this? Negative mind, we tend to contract. Fear can come up in the negative mind, basing it off of past experiences. But really, the mind, it's only supposed to spend 3 seconds there. It doesn't mean you go ruminating on your belief systems and, oh my God, my bad experiences. You can get caught up in these minds. You should only have 3 seconds of clarity of, okay, I could see where this could go wrong. Okay, I've taken that chunk. Now you take the positive mind where the expansion of what the best scenario or what could happen comes into play. And then with those 2 minds, because it's all about making an informed decision, and it's not like you have material objects to do that with. You have this mind doing it for you. And then when it comes into the neutral mind, it's able to take the negative mind's content and the positive mind's content and go, oh, I can see how I can deal with this. And I'll tell you what, you're neutral in your choices and your actions and your thoughts when it doesn't even take you 9 seconds and it just goes through so quickly. It's instantaneous. That's called intuition. Sometimes we're too caught up in one of the other 2 minds, and each of us vacillates. We could go just like the pendulum swinging. Oh, it's negative. It's not so great. Oh, it's positive. Oh, woo, Pollyanna over here. And so we all need to bring it back to the grounding and the presence. It's all about the breath and gaining control over the mind, because you're supposed to master your mind. So when you gain control of your breath and awareness, you can master the mind, you can master your life. You see how that works? I mean, I keep on saying this, but until you experience it, it's not going to hit home, right? Kundalini Yoga, it's the yoga of awareness through your personal experience. I can tell you all this stuff, But until you yourself have the experience, it doesn't mean anything. It's just that we're going to do what is called the Shabd Kriya. And again, I'm going to read through a couple benefits of this. We're going to do it for 15 minutes. It's best to practice before bed. And if it's practiced regularly, you're going to get deeper, relaxed sleep. Okay? And after a few months of practicing, it says that your breath and your sleep will be regulated in the same rhythm. It also says you'll think better, you'll work better, you'll share better, you'll love better, and fight better. And it will eventually progress so that in your daily activities, you'll automatically hear the rhythm of the mantra in your mind, because you're not speaking. This is all just breath and mentally chanting. You'll also take on the breath rhythm. And they say there can't be enough praise for this particular meditation because its growth and promoting effects on the personality are powerful. It gives radiance, and radiance gives patience, which is the first condition of true, real, unconditional love, which is ironic, right? There is no such thing as conditional love when you just are love, but with another person or with yourself, which it starts with self, everything starts with self. If you don't have patience with self, you can't exhibit it with others. Patience always starts within. In love, you'll give without attention to all the mistakes of the other, as the sun gives light and warmth to all people. The incorporation of the practice universally in the personality comes with the disciplined practice of this Kriya. We're going to start with the tune-in, so make yourself nice and cozy. If you're in bed, that's even better, okay? I'm going to go to bed here shortly, so that's why I thought maybe I'd share and you'd all enjoy this. So bring your hands together. This is how I like to start out. Just start closing your eyes down, focus in and up at the third eye, and start breathing into your body fully, deep down into your pelvic floor, and start to be aware of any sensations in your body. And with the hands, what you're doing, rubbing them together, creating this extension of the heart, you're creating this friction. You are all healers. If you have an area of tightness in your body somewhere, take your hands and place them in that area. Now my entire back is still stiff and sore, so I could wish they were bigger. Place them there and just inhale long and deep. And just breathe into those areas, those spaces. Send the prana, the life force, to any areas of tension. Nice, long, deep breathing. Becoming aware of your body, really tuning in and tapping into any sensations, and also your mind, because the body responds to the mind. And so if there are sensations in your body, there's probably thoughts that caused it. Reflect what's going on and see where you're feeling it in your body. And then as you're ready, bring your hands to heart center in prayer pose. Roll the shoulders up and let the shoulder blades come together and glide down the back so that it opens up the heart space. Align each vertebrae stacked from the tailbone all the way up the back, one over the other. Ears are over the shoulders, shoulders are over the hips. Okay? Chin is slightly tucked and level with the floor. We're going to chant the Adi Mantra. It's Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 to 5 times. And then after that, we're going to do the Mangala Charan. It's a protection mantra, okay? And it's Ad Gure Namah, Jagad Gure Namah, Sat Gure Namah, Siddhi Gurudev Namah, okay? So inhale together. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, we'll begin the Adi Mantra. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, suspend the breath. And begin the Mangala Charan. Agare Namah, Jagare Namah, Sakare Namah, Siddhi Guru Deve Namah. Agare Namah, Jagare Namah, Sakare Namah, Siddhi Guru Deve Namah. Agare Namah, Jagare Namah, Sakare Namah, Siddhi Guru Deve Namah. Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale as you release the hands down. And now what we're going to do for the Shabd Kriya, we're going to place the right hand over the top of the left. Palms are basically in your lap. Your thumbs will be touching. Okay? It's just a simple palms in your lap, right hand over the left, thumbs pointing away from you. There's a breath and a mantra to focus on. Your eyelids are going to be slightly, like half open, focused at the tip of the nose. And this is really big on opening up the pituitary gland. You're going to basically secrete this amrit, this sweet nectar. And this, if you have a calcified pituitary gland, you may feel the pressure. You may feel like this tingling sensation. It's really powerful. Have your hands in your lap, thumbs pointing out. Again, your head is level, ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, spine elongated up through the crown of the head, one vertebrae stacked over the other. Inhale, chanting in your mind, focus at the tip of the nose. Sa-ta-na-ma. In your mind, you're whispering, you're saying this to yourself with each sniff. So it's 4 sniffs in. Suspend the breath. And for 16 counts, which is 4 times, Satanama, 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 you're holding the breath for 16 counts. Do it at your own pace. On the exhale, it's going to be out the nose 2 times with Wahe Guru. So it's a lot to keep your mind busy. And this is where we're trying to develop this neutral mind and control it. Because you give it the mind a lot of stuff to remember, like, oh, I've got to focus my eye gaze, half eyelids open, focus at the tip of the nose, palms are resting, thumbs touching, and now I'm sniffing in 4 times Satanama, holding for 16 counts, chanting Satanama, 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 Satanama in my mind, because this is all silent. And then on the exhale, it's Wahe on the first exhale sniff, Guru on the second exhale sniff. We're doing this for 15 minutes. I want to hear what your experience is for this, because everybody's going to have a different experience, okay? Make yourself nice and cozy. Set yourself. Tip of the nose. Eyes are half open. Tip of the nose is the eye gaze. Inhale, Satanama, 4 sniffs. Hold it 16 counts, which is 4 times through Satanama. And then exhale, 2 sniffs, Wahe Guru. Okay? And begin. Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale, release. Just sit here for a moment. Let me know after you've kind of observed if you notice any difference in your mind and your awareness in your body. Go within. I hope this is enjoyable for everyone. Please share with me anything that you experienced through that. There was 15 minutes of Shabd Kriya. Very powerful to do Shabd Kriya before you go to bed. You'll sleep much better. Regulate the breath. It tells you about your capacity of breathing, whether you're able to hold the breath in for a certain length of time, and whether or not you're able to expand and take in full deep breaths, right? And mantra, it's a way to cut through that mind, that ego, and that's what we use mantra for, is to break the cycle, is to shift the energy, to shift the vibration. Because most of us have been conditioned to think our mind's supposed to rule and supposed to run the show. And the reality is, it just thinks it is. Because when it really comes down to it, if you allow yourself to be guided by your heart and soul, life will just flow. And it takes a lot of courage and a lot of dedication and devotion to mastering your mind, mastering your breath, and truly dropping into your heart and soul and allowing yourself to be guided in a flow that is scary at first. Because again, like I said, you go through these three minds, the negative, the positive, and the neutral. And many of us easily get caught up in that negative mind, like thinking worst case scenarios, don't we? And then there are the people that just la 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 la, it's all positive. But they're also just as imbalanced. And so when you start to catch yourself, ask yourself, am I negative, am I positive? And am I able to drop into the neutrality of wherever this mind is going? Because in every scenario, every situation that you encounter in your life, it is going through those processes. And when you're interacting and engaging with others as well, now you've got another dynamic. Because maybe you're able to process through and your conclusion is not aligned with another person's conclusion because maybe they're caught up in one of those imbalanced areas of too positive or too negative. And so the intuition, when you into me, I see, the intimacy, right? When you become intimate with your own mind because you tap into that breath. Right? When you master your breath, you can take control over this monkey mind, right? And then you actually can allow yourself to utilize and train the mind to become that observer, the witness, and train it in the right way, to be neutral, to be able to compartmentalize, okay, here are the scenarios, 3 seconds, boom, 3 seconds, 9 seconds maximum. That's intuition. That's being tuned in, turned on, and tapped in, right? Just saying. Just my own personal observation. I know I'm not always there. Sometimes I get a little caught up in my negative mind. Sometimes I get a little caught up in my positive mind. And when that happens, I know that the decision that I'm about to make or the action I'm about to take is not going to be an informed and intuitive from my heart and soul. It's going to be all ego-based. Because anytime you're caught up in one of those other minds, that's ego. That's the mind trying to control. You can be enslaved by it, or you can master it. But don't let it master you. Don't let it enslave you. And especially before bedtime, this Kriya, this meditation, will help you to calm and get out of the mind a little better, because you're giving it all this work to do, right? So I'm going to tune out with y'all. We're going to sing the long time sunshine. I'm going to sing it with you. It's going to be a little faster. And set an intention for all of humanity and what's going on around us in the world, because we don't stop to think about, when we're not exercising self-care, look at what's going on in Mother Earth. And we need to send our prayer and blessings to that. There's a raging fire within each and every one of us, and Mother Nature just basically demonstrates it out loud for us. And it's collective. It's not just one person or what have you. Circumstances and the events that we see around us are really a collective reflection of what has been built up so much within us. And nobody wants to become the fire out like that. We don't want to burn everything down. We want to contain our energy. We want to work on being more positive and aware in this moment, being present, right? Because the gift is here. And the only way the truth of your life will unfold beautifully, divinely guided, whatever words you want to use. There's a lot of words out there some people don't resonate with. You do you. I'm not trying to convince anybody anything. You got to have your own personal experience. So let's set this as also a prayer to sing the long time sunshine and tune out with the long Satnam at the end. And especially because, we just never know. We may not have tomorrow ourselves. Even if you're not affected. We just never know. So be blessed. And be in gratitude. Okay? What have you done this for someone else today? Right? So go within. Inhale to begin. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Inhale for a long Satnam. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Be the lighthouse for others. When you show up for you, you give others permission to do the same for themselves. Right? Inspired through your own inspired living. I love you all very much.